And the Miami Dolphins lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports.
Let's go, fellas.
They'll look to throw on first down to Josh Rosen. That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. A good safe pass there right off the bat.
That's almost a rhythm play. That's what we like to call it. Get them into rhythm early, something safe, something they're confident about, something they feel good. And once that's completed, then you just keep moving from there because the confidence elevates.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33.
Check Mike 54. Mike 54. Wildville.
On play action, Rosen. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The sack there by Rasheem Green. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result?
Sack.
Quarterback gets hit.
A tough spot here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 7.
Pull it together. Hard. Kill. Turn up.
Now Rosen looking to throw. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. That's sacked by Khalil Mack.
It always helps for a visiting team to come in and set the tone on defense. In fact, when we talked with them prior to the game, they said they wanted this home crowd to feel like they had to hide their valuables when they were in town.
Well, the home crowd quiet now early. See if their offense can take over and get some points on the board. It'll wind up being a net of 41. 9-yard return, 50 on the punt. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Here's Wilson. Escaping the pressure right. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
Now the first carry here for Todd Gurley. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. 10 yards and a Seattle 1st down.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it'll be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
They'll wind up losing 4 yards on the play. And that's going to make it 2nd and 14. Now Gurley. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. It's a gain of 15, first down Seahawks. Relatively small sample size, but that's his longest run of the first quarter. Bounced it out to the outside to make it successful.
And to get there, you actually need some help. It's not just your pure speed getting to the corner, making sure that the blocking is taken care of inside so the pursuit doesn't get you. And oftentimes, those wide receivers, tight ends that might be flexed out, they've got to control the edge.
And now off to the races down the right side. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. In for the score as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point up and through by Myers. And that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive.
And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. Now the former fourth-round pick, it's Kalen Ballage. And he'll only get a yard, maybe 2, up to the 46.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Whip. One down.
Now it's Rosen. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8.
You're going to see me in your nightmares.
From the gun, it's Rosen. And that is incomplete.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
Here's Matt Weil now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And good hustle here as this is going to be blown dead right at the 9-yard line.
I absolutely love the flexibility of these punters. Their leg drive, able to get it way up in the air, and that allows the punt team to get down there and down it inside the 10 because they've had some time.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they'll be looking to make this a 2-score advantage. Had the touchdown on their first drive, Charles. Hey, they can get up 2 scores here on the road. That's a heck of a start.
And not only have they thought about it, I wonder if they visualized it. I remember playing and they used to turn the lights out in our meeting room and run through a situation like this and say, just think about what it would be like to be up on the road and take the crowd out of it. Maybe they did some of that.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Here's Gurley now out of the gun. And he'll be taken down at the 18. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with third down now looming. Getting the sense, Charles, they're going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far, it's working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
I don't think Gurley got there. Looks like the defense held him back. A loss of a yard, and it brings up fourth. On fourth down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. Jakeem Grant back deep for Miami. This is brought in at the 21. They'll call that a punt of 59 yards. Tough to do better than that. And it'll be Dolphin football. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on third down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a first down and change our momentum?
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
He's crashing. He's checking crash. 49.
They'll try the left side. Swift. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. They got half of what he needed there, 2 yards, and it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
I hope you brought your lunch because I'm about to take you to school. Check 3, check 3. 36, 36. Check 50, check 50. Shoot.
Balaj. And he's got the first down as he's up to the 45-yard line.
Let's go.
Third down turns to first with that 5-yard pickup. That right there, a good sign for a team that's had trouble converting third down so far this year. They're in the bottom 5 in the NFL, but they come through there.
Yeah, and I bet if we put our guy Marvin on the case and say, Marvin, tell us where they rank on third and what, right? I bet they're in the top 5 in the league on 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6, 3rd and 7 or more, because that's how you end up not converting. Just too much yardage to pick up on third down.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
Rip right. Check. Fresno. Switch. Bang. Check. Crunch.
On 2nd down now. Swift, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up 3rd down.
Some of these play calls, I think they're a little conservative, but you know me, because it's easy to sit up in this booth, right, and make all the calls and think I'm going to be correct. But I would like to see them open things up, because otherwise this defense is going to gang up on the run and shut them down.
The Dolphins on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 9.
Me, I got him. I got motion man. Me, I got this.
Out of the gun, here's Josh Rosen. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete.
And based on my math, they've only converted 1 time thus far in this game, so you can see the frustration starting to come out a little bit. Third downs, they've been a problem for them all game. They've got to start becoming solutions.
His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. So a change of possession here on the punt. And it'll be Seahawk football as they take over deep in their own territory. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they will start this drive with just terrible field position, backed up inside their own 5.
But we have seen teams be bold here and take shots, right? Sometimes you go max protection, make it a one-receiver route, and take your shot downfield and see what happens. And occasionally, we've seen success occur.
And now they have a little more space to maneuver from the 15, 1st and 10. They run out of the shotgun with Gurley. Big hold to the 30. And all the way up to the 46. 31 yards there and a 1st down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Now it's Wilson. Flushed out right. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Give the sack to Jerome Baker.
Hindsight is 20/20, partner. Maybe they should have kept it on the ground again.
Well, it almost looked like the O-line was run blocking again. I mean, they opened up a big hole last time. This time they opened up a hole, and the quarterback got sacked.
Tighten up, tighten up, tighten up.
To try again after the sack. Wilson buying time to his left. And the pressure gets to him again.
No doubt that's a very good play defensively right there, because you've always got to be aware that he can take off and make a big play with his legs. How about the way they were able to contain him? That also tells me the coverage was excellent downfield.
Wilson and the Seahawks looking for something big following the sack. It's 3rd and long here.
Four down, four down. Alert, alert. 52, block 52. 52 is the mic. Hey, Romo, team was pretty quiet. 53,
Wilson. Eluding the pressure right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
It's always a goal, and it's really nice defensively when you can rally to the football and make sure there's enough contact to force an incompletion.
Force an incompletion and force another punt. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. Here comes Grant on the return. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. So far they've had 3 drives, 3 punts. Not good.
Not good indeed, because you've got to have something to show for being out on the field. Now sometimes if you have a game where neither side has scored, 3 punts isn't a bad thing. But when you're trying to set the pace, get up on top in a game, you've got to show better offense and find a way to put some points on the board.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29.
Quarterback, don't get nervous now. We ain't beginning to tear you up.
Now Rosen. And his throw here's incomplete. Devontae Parker was the intended receiver. And it's 3rd down.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the 2nd quarter, a lot of time to change things.
Hey, box truck, box truck. Can't believe they even let you play. Hey, check Mike 57, Mike 57. Here we go, here we go. 57's the Mike. 57's the Mike.
Play action here with Rosen. A battle for it, and it's intercepted. Tedrick Thompson picks it, and they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
Quit talking about it and bring it.
On 1st down, it's Gurley. And he got blown up, losing yardage on the play back at the 44. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
2nd and 12 at the 44-yard line.
Two minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll send you up to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman is there, and he'll have stats and scores from a busy Sunday in the NFL. Out to his left. And it's hauled in by Ed Dixon. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. 23 yards the pickup there.
I'm trying to collect. Two times.
They'll try a handoff right with Gurley. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. A solid pickup of 13 sets him up first and goal. Well, he's broken off some big-time runs here in this first half.
Yeah, and let's just face it. When you go into a game, you think you've got the plays that are going to work, but when you actually get out there and they're starting to happen, your confidence rises, and he's running with terrific ability right now.
On first and goal, Gurley. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Todd Gurley. His 5th touchdown now on the year. Here the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. The extra point now coming from Myers. And it's good to make it 14-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is taken at his 4. Room here to run. He's at the 40, 20, 10, and all the way in. Call that a 96-yard house call on the kick return, as they are now on the board here in the first half. They were already down 2 scores early. They needed something to try to stem that tide, and that certainly qualifies. A big play to get them in the end zone.
It qualifies indeed because, let's face it, they don't get something done on this drive, turn it back over, this game could be 88 and out the gate early.
What? 88 and out the gate?
Yep.
What's that?
Listen, I used to hear my old man talk about it. Usually meant that thing's done.
Well, now that they got the touchdown, it's not 88 and out the gate. We still got a good game going ahead of us.
The Seahawks take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of 6s back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31.
Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field, defense.
Here's Wilson. Flush to his right. And the catch is made here by Tyler Lockett. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
52. Check. Check 52 is the mark. Check 52 is the mark.
On first down, Wilson. Escaping the pressure right. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43.
One left. Bang out. Let's get that ball right here. No. no, check. Mike 52 right here.
Wilson now throwing again. Forced out to his left. He lets it fly for Lockett. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Raekwon McMillan. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. First down, Miami, as they get set to start the drive. You're under 30 seconds to go. Field position not great. Time to call it a half, wouldn't you say?
Well, you know we all have that little extra gene that says let's push the envelope a little bit, right? What needs to be going through the play caller's mind right now, a potential fumbled snap that can get returned, a strip sack that can get returned, right? Any of those types of plays, that should be a deterrent to calling something that could get you in big trouble. Well, to me, that's taking a big gamble defensively because that alignment you see, that's normally something you see down near the goal line. Because now, if they decide to go play action, something should be open there, and I think open big.
So maybe that's something that gets filed away for later.
I think without a doubt, you write it down, and if you see that look at a later date, go ahead and take your shot.
Slam. Check the backer. Check 31.
On second down, Swift. And he'll push forward here for a good little run as the clock continues to run. Now the Seahawks forced to use their third and final timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number one. It'll be a nickel look here for the Seahawks on third down.
Alert three. Showing it. I got it.
Once again, they'll keep it on the ground. And they will get to him behind the line, but they're out of timeouts, remember, and the clock continues to wind down. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be fourth down.
It's fourth down.
So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we send you up to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. The Seahawks with the advantage, and they get the football first as the second half is underway. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
The Seahawks take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. In on the stop defensively, Raekwon McMillan.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
The last run got a couple. Here's second and 8.
Go 14. Alert 3. Alert.
They'll stick to the ground game with Gurley. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 10 yards and a Seattle first down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
Check nickel. Check right.
They go play action here on first down. That's complete to DK Metcalf. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Call that a very strong gain of 24. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
The first down run with Gurley, good for only about 3. It's second down now. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Again they run with Gurley. Todd Gurley, wave goodbye. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Todd Gurley, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. Myers connects on the PAT, and it's now 21-7. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Hey, alert, alert. 57 to Mike. Hey, Delta. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. And here we go again. Here we go again. Mike's 57. 57's Mike.
To throw is Rosen. Incomplete. This is Albert Wilson. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Dolphins first down.
First and 10.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. From the shotgun, it's Rosen. Now a short one to Gesicki. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. A gain of 6 there on first. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he was unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Throwing again on second down. Rosen. It'll be a 3-yard gain, and that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They'll run here with Balaj. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Kalen Balaj, his 4th touchdown on the year, as his guys are back within a single score. Well, they were just hoping that run would pick up the first. They got the whole enchilada.
And I'm so used to teams on 3rd down, doesn't matter how far they need for a first down, throwing the ball. Instead, they run it, and as you said, picked up the first down, and then some, and then some. In fact, everything, all the way for a touchdown. Terrific play.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Tavecchio. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They were able to extend their lead with an opening drive touchdown here in the 3rd quarter, but that just got matched a moment ago.
So we know that what they discussed at the half worked. Now, what are the counters to that, right? You don't just run the same things over and over. Some do, but many will also show something and then come back with something else to keep the defense off balance.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2.
I'm coming after you. Where's your point?
Wilson. Dancing to his left. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
Back to the workhorse today. It's Gurley. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards.
Bravo! Mike 57. He's tired of me. He's tired of us. 57 to Mike. 57 to Mike. Name on that. It's our field. It's our field. Hey, it's our field.
Here's Rosen to throw. Open man, it's Preston Williams. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10.
Check hot route. Hot, hot. Check 4, check 4. Check 37, check 37. Under 10, under 10. Check 52.
Now they'll run on the draw. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 50-yard line.
A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3.
Keep it up, guys. 57's the Mike. 57's the Mike.
From midfield now, here's Rosen. And he finds Parker here, complete. 18 big yards on that one, and a Miami first.
It's a gain of 18.
And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. And that'll do it for the end of the 2nd quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Here's Rosen. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. Got to give some credit there defensively. They snuffed out that screen early on 1st down.
Really read it well, didn't they? Because they didn't bring the pressure that they expected. They covered all the passing lanes. So once you see it break down as the passer, I think in this situation, you're either throwing it at the feet of your back to make sure no one picks it off, or you throw it away, throw it over the sideline. Don't try and freelance and try and make a bigger play. There's really no one else running a pattern that should be open.
Mike 50. It's been a long day for you.
To throw again on second down. Rosen. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication. Doesn't matter whether it's man or zone. And especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to them.
The Dolphins on third down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This is 3rd down and 12. Rosen to throw again. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jadeveon Clowney showing the explosiveness on the sack. Well, they went with a nickel. They throw in an extra defensive back. Coverage was very good.
Yeah, it was exactly as you would expect. A passing down, you bring in the nickel package. Just as you described, the coverage was excellent and allowed one of their linemen to end up getting to the quarterback.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. And this will be spotted on the other side of the field. It's a 61-yard attempt. And that is no good. Oh, he missed it just wide of the upright, and this score will stay right where it is.
Well, this winds up an empty possession. Everything looked okay. He just never got the ball on target. And knowing him, he'll be disappointed with that effort.
Line 90, 52. You don't want that, baby. You don't want that. Hey, you don't want that.
Gurley. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 11 yards there and a 1st down for Seattle.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
And he's going to get this inside the 30. 11 yards there and a 1st down for Seattle. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. They run. It's Gurley. A gain of 3, 2nd down. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
The Seahawks on 3rd down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. Here it's 3rd and 2. They'll try and pick up the first with Gurley. And he picks up the 1st down yardage as he takes it down to the 16. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
But they didn't accomplish their goal. They didn't get a stop there, gave up another 1st down. They have all 3 timeouts in their pocket. I think defensively, you've got to start thinking about using them here.
I was just going to ask you at what point you think now's the go time?
I think now's the go time. I don't think you sit back and wait because they can take a lot of time off the clock between plays and run 3 to 4 and really put you in a stressful spot.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Now it's Gurley. And he'll take this one down near the 15. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be 3rd down. Now the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They'll have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Another carry now for Gurley. And they're going to drop him well shy of the 1st as he can only make it to the 11. Give him 3 yards there as that'll take us to 4th down. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. Myers' kick is good. And that will push the lead up to double digits now at 10. A big one there. That gives them a little cushion and makes it a two-score game.
Yeah, bled a little time off the clock, put some points on the board. It's not totally out of reach yet, but it has to feel pretty good to them right now because as a defender, you go out on the field and say, guess what? You can put some points on the board, but that won't beat us.
This is taken at the 3. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line.
Take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And the last go-around for them, they tried that really, really long field goal, couldn't connect.
And in retrospect, I think a lot of people would say, well, why would you try one that long? You hurt yourself in field position. The ball comes out, there. That only helps the other team. But I look at it as maybe it was a double shot of confidence. Confident the kicker could make it. And even if he missed, confident in their defense that they could hold him.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34.
Watch out, watch out, watch out. Hug.
Rosen will throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jadeveon Clowney able to record his 5th sack of the season. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. They face a 3rd down now as they try to find a late score.
57. Mike, 57. Stop your hug. 57's Mike. Mike, 57.
And now it's Rosen looking. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by the linebacker, Bobby Wagner. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line.
Obviously disappointing, but you had to go for broke here, down 2 scores. So that forced you to make some throws you definitely wouldn't want to make. And I think this interception is going to pretty much write an end to this one.
Here's Gurley. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play there, 2nd down.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
Another running situation on the doorstep as they come up 2nd and 10. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Who's the team?
They try right side here, Gurley. And he's going to be marked down short of the 1st down, right around the 17. The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And Myers able to knock it through, and that will stretch the lead up to 13. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but it's still 8 up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 3rd. Yard line.
The Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
First down, Miami, as they get set to start the drive.
And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here.
Now, the first play of the drive there is incomplete. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard.
I got him. 57, Mike. Hey, alert. Let's put him on the buses. Let's put that heat guy.
Second and 10 now. It's Rosen. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Ndamukong Suh with a sack. We've seen that a ton since he entered the league in 2010. And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively.
Joker. One down.
He'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off near the 29. And an alley to run. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Well, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
Jerome Baker there on the tackle.